kitty is headbutting the microphone already. It's having a good day. Meow for everybody. Whew. Good morning, everybody. I had a Thanksgiving. I cooked the turkey. I ate it. I passed out. I slept for many hours, and I feel like I could sleep for many, many more. Good morning, JC. Good morning, Panina. Good morning, Tangled Slime. How are y'all doing? For those of you in America, I hope you had a great Thanksgiving. For those of you not in America, I hope you ate tasty things anyway. Sounds like that turkey is still making me sleepy. Yeah, I slept for 9 hours, which is a lot for me. But, it was so good. Probably my second best turkey of all time. I overcooked it just slightly. But if you got the meat like near the bottom of the turkey, it was perfect. It was a good Thanksgiving. I hope I had fun. It was good food. Everything was good. The kids had a good time. Father-in-law had a good time. We even managed to keep the house clean enough that he didn't take his daughter back from me. Good. All right. Proper intro. Good morning, everybody. I'm Old Man Sugarheart. Today we're playing more Final Fantasy XIV. If we're lucky, we can do Snow Cloak and the Akh Afah Amphitheatre. Let's see if we can. Ooh, pants. Whew. Just when we were starting to make progress. And to make matters worse, the caravan they spoke of was bound for the Revenant's Toll of all places. Honestly, were I so inclined, I should think the gods were conspiring against us. Happily, however, I am not. I would know more of this attack. Let us speak with Lord Sugarheart and find out what he has learned. Okay. Ooh, Sugarheart. Horse pants. Are you over here? No, he is in here. You went over to your brothers-in-law, so you had turkey, honey-baked ham, steak, cranberry sauce, mashed potatoes, green bean casserole, dinner rolls, and some pie and ice cream. Nice. That was a lot of meat. You got home and passed out. Yeah. It was a small gathering for me. Like, it was me, my wife, my kids, and my father-in-law only. But we had a giant turkey anyway because I couldn't find a small one. We had stuffing, yams, cranberry sauce, and what was the other thing? Oh, we had a bunch of pie too. I feel like I forgot something. Cranberry sauce? Did I say cranberry sauce? Anyway, like all the best things, like all of my personal favorites were there. It's good. Sugar, how old am I? Pretty old. The only thing we missed having sweet potatoes. I do love sweet potatoes. My sincerest apologies for the interruption, my friends, but the situation is such that we must act swiftly. If you'd be so kind as to elaborate. Iceheart's heretics fell upon the caravan bound for Revenant's soul as it was passing through Boulder Downs. It was an ambush, swift and ruthless. In an instant, every knight was slain, every crate seized. Then, as quickly as they had appeared, they were gone. It would be an impossible feat without knowledge of the route, knowledge to which only a few are privy, I presume. Is this my fault? I didn't ambush any caravans. Or did I? Quite. We can pursue the avenue of inquiry in due course. It seems to me that examining the scene of the ambush should be our first concern. The trail is yet warm. We must act swiftly, as Lord Horshaphant said, lest crucial evidence be lost. You have a knack for discerning hidden truths, Old. Why don't you go and inspect the ambush site in person? An excellent idea. Inform my men of your intent upon arrival, and they will gladly share their findings. Whew. Alright. So I'm not super old yet. I do have my fair share of gray hairs. But the idea is, I made my VTuber look like how I expect to look when I'm successful. So like 10 years from now, I want to look like this guy. I probably still won't be entirely gray by then, but I want to be. Let's see, according to my analytics tool, I'm older than somewhere between 80 and 90% of my audience. Every now and then I have like a 90-year-old pop into chat and he's like, "You're just a little pup." And I'm like, "But, alright. Have you considered maybe you're extremely old? And that I may be old as well? Move along, adventure. There's nothing for you." Eh? Lord Horshaphant bid you to speak with us. Then you must be... Beg your pardon, Scion. As you can see, they left nary a crate behind. Tipped the wagon for good measure, even. Whole thing's a bit odd, if you ask me. Would have been easier just to steal it. Though a damned sight harder to conceal it, I'll allow. Reckon they came prepared. Probably with wagons of their own hidden away off. But pay no heed to my ramblings. Absent of proof, 'tis not but a speculation. Might be as the squire receiving care at the observatorium could tell you something more factual. That is, if he's awake. Unlike myself, he was there during the attack. Not that his presence amounted to much. Don't throw shade at the guy. He's just been mugged. I should do a playthrough of Winter Pack. What's Winter Pack? That one doesn't ring a bell. Is it not on Steam? Very few things go through Steam without my notice. I kind of obsess over new releases. Like, I always check, like, the top 20 games coming through, or at least I judge them all by their cover without even looking at the inwards. You in here? Yeah, you seem to be doing all right. You've come to ask about the attack, right? We came upon them before the entrance of the Hall of the Seven Echoes. Pilgrims, we marked them as, lost and ill-equipped for the journey further north. Our leader called out to them, and one stepped forward to answer. Slowly she approached, her silver hair flowing in the wind like melting snow. Just a young girl. I thought some poor lost lamb in search of salvation. Our leader must have thought the same, else why would he let her draw so close? They exchanged words I couldn't hear. She leaned forward as if to kiss his cheek, and then he sighed and crumpled to the ground. I didn't know what had happened until I saw the snow turn red. And then there was red everywhere I looked. I tried to fight, but took a blow to the head. And by the time I came to, the others were dead, and the heretics were just unloading the wagon. They could have killed me, so I just laid still and listened. Iceheart's people spoke of deliverance and resurrection, and they spoke of Shiva. Alright. Wait, did he say he was moving crystals? Alright. Back on the choke. Boop-a-doop. It's a Minecraft mod pad that takes all of the Minecraft eco chamber thing and turns it into a super realistic cozy winter exploration game RPG thing. That sounds pretty interesting. I'll take a peek at it. I do tend to avoid things like Minecraft and Roblox. Because they get views, they just... many of the people who watch you play those things don't follow you to new platforms. Oh god, Roblox. Yeah, I especially don't want to play Roblox. How do I put this gently? They not like us. I don't play Roblox for the same reason I don't let my kids play Roblox. It's just filled to the brim with pedophiles. Just tons. I think there was an article. It might have even been in Forbes. But I'm not going to dive into it. Don't let your kids play Roblox. Ever. Ah, you've returned. What news have you for us? Seems that Lady Iceheart does not scruple to sully your hands with blood. Who is this Shiva the heretic spoke of? Have you not read a single line of the Enchiridion? Master Alpha, no. Shiva was the traitor to kith and kin, an apostate who laid down with dragons. Now, we cannot expect all foreigners to know Ishgardian scripture so well, particularly when it concerns the patron saints of heretics. Wait, you say she is their patron saint? Oh, no. It all makes sense now. Lord Horshaphant, what was the caravan's cargo? If I recall correctly, the Diamond Forge had requested a rather large quantity of crystals. Do you not see? Iceheart and her followers intend to summon Shiva, as a beast tribe would primal. Why else would they go through such lengths to secure crystals? I shall inform the Lord Commander at once, Lord Horshaphant. You would agree that discretion is of paramount concern? Of course. I trust we can count on your continued support, Master Alpha No. The Scions of the Seventh Dawn are sworn to combat the primal threat. Our support is given. I will need to send word to my brethren at Revenant's Toll. Our entire order must turn its efforts to the prevention of this summoning. Naturally, that includes you. Though, as I'm sure you would not miss this for the world. Pants. The Daystar pants. For one day we'll be an astrologist. And they're gonna need pants. Good morning, Duncan McLeod. How are you doing? The persistent attacks on our caravan seem more than a nuisance at first. The heretics were a problem, but to be sure, but a relatively minor one. That was before I discerned the purpose behind their attacks, of course, and now they have my undivided attention. After apprising Milton of the situation, I shall summon a unit of crystal braves to assist us. As for you, old, pray join me in White Brim Front. Since the incident at Snow Cloak, the Knights of House Durandare have redoubled their reconnaissance efforts in the region. It's my hope that they will have information that will help us determine precisely where the heretics are hiding. Given our mutual enemy, Lord Drillamont should be eager to oblige us. I shall see you there then. Good. Boop-de-doo. Just tank stancing up. I'm pretty sure I have to do that again when we get into the dungeon, but just so I don't forget. So if I pop into the dungeon and it's immediately extremely hard and things attack me right at the entrance, I need to whip up my take stance in a hurry. I'm just kidding, it's gonna be easy. Whee! Now, let's see. If I remember right, Snow Cloak is a little bit gimmicky. Think I have to slap snowballs at somebody at some point? Whoa! Kell of Kells, rating with 23. Thank you so much. Wow, Kell of Kells, welcome. I am Old Man Sugarheart. I play a variety of games. Today is Final Fantasy Friday. Hello. Thank you for the follow, Sir Pigpen. I often play cozy games, but I often play games that aren't cozy as well. Hi, Sir Pigpen. Thank you so much for the raid. I really do appreciate it. And anyone in my chat who's curious, you can check out Kell of Kells in the link that Stream Elements popped up. You just came from Final Fantasy Friday as well? Yeah. I thought, you know, maybe Final Fantasy Friday could have been an original idea of mine, but everybody plays Final Fantasy on Fridays, it turns out. Like, we raid a regular Final Fantasy Friday every Friday ourselves. So if you want more Final Fantasy, even when I'm done, I will send you to more Final Fantasy Friday with Sandra's Corner Cafe. It's just all Final Fantasy all the time in here. I hope you had a good time. What were you doing in Final Fantasy? Where are you at? The Scions of the Seventh Dawn wish to join the hunt for Iceheart. Your assistance is more than welcome, my friends. Considering the report I just received, I dare say your timing could be no better. We're all ears, Lord Drillamont. A band of pilgrims was seen transporting a large number of crates. Oof, I cannot speak today. To the west, their garb appears to match the description provided by the squire who survived the attack. Alas, our scouts lost track of them at Snow Cloak, the self-same frozen wall, which we... It is still my fault. You're still blaming me for the robbing of the crystals, are you? Our scouts lost track of them at Snow Cloak, the self-same frozen wall that which we speculated might conceal the heretics' hideaway. Suffice it to say, the disappearance of these pilgrims and their provisions all but confirms our suspicions. I've heard enough. My knights will join the hunt. Took the liberty of summoning a unit of crystal braves to the White Brim front, given the gravity of the situation. I trust you all agree that we must use every resource available to us. These are extraordinary circumstances, Commander. It would be in our best interest to coordinate our efforts. Such was my intent from the start, Sir Amaric. And so it begins, my friend, though I dare say it will prove an all too brief collaboration. Isart will not elude the combined forces of the Crystal Braves and the Temple Knights for long. Nevertheless, a wise man does not wager all upon the success of a single solution. There may yet be subtler means by which we can locate the heretic's lair. Mayhaps Lord Drillamont has one in mind? Do I have a favorite primal? I usually go by music, in which case it would be Shiva or Mog for me. They're probably my two favorites. Yes, yes, excellent. Then there's the bug guy. I think his name starts with an R. My lady, everything has been accounted for. If there is aught else you would have us do, pray speak, and it shall be done. Ravana, yeah. He's got some pretty fat beats himself, if I recall. New pants. My thighs are still just way out in the open here. Up the chest plate that goes with this armor goes down all the way. Let's see. Yellow Kills, you did have a good time. You finished Endwalker a couple of weeks ago, but you're doing older content for a bit before moving on to post-Endwalker. Got your butt kicked by a post-Shadowbringer's duty. Ooh. One of these days, things are going to get challenging for us. I'm looking forward to getting my butt kicked repeatedly. It seems as though we are always one step behind, our quarry ever just beyond our reach. Though I would like to believe that the tables are about to turn, I must confess to having certain doubts. Joint effort may succeed where others have failed, but it could yet yield the self-same result. You've got a favorite primal, but you don't think you fought him yet? Go ahead and drop the name. You're not going to spoil anything for me. Fortunately, we are not without options. I trust you haven't forgotten Inquisitor Guillaume? We have not. The mystery of how the heretic remained so undiscovered for so long has been much in our thoughts, as has the question of what steps might be taken to prevent a similar breach of security in the future. Accordingly, we conducted an exhaustive and covert evaluation of everyone at White Brim Front. Though some were found to have committed certain transgressions, we identified only one possible heretic. If this man pledged himself to Iceheart's cause, we will have taken note of the movements of the Temple Knights and the Crystal Braves, and upon recognizing their intent, we may attempt to warn the heretics. The man's watch is to end soon, at which point you must report to Sir Jean Tramon in the yard. I would have you keep an eye on him. If he ventures beyond the walls, follow him discreetly. Should he meet with the heretic, do not interfere, simply watch and listen. I have seen to it the suspect knows nothing which could endanger our plans. Okay. Let's see. Am I doing a replay of the MSQ? I have only gotten to... Wait, am I in the basement? There is a basement? I was like, where are the stairs down? Have I lost my mind? Oh. I have lost my mind. I've only gotten to, like, halfway through Stormblood. Like, I believe in Stormblood there's an underwater dungeon, and I think that is the exact point where I stopped. And am I doing a replay of the MSQ? I am doing a full playthrough of exclusively the MSQ. Like, I'm skipping all the side content except for, like, job quests. But, like, I just wanted to go through the entire story of Final Fantasy XIV in its entirety, all the way through everything. It'll take, like, a full 3 years at 2 hours at a time. But, like, my goal is to piece together a bunch of, like, 12-hour movies and put them in a playlist so you could just put on the playlist and have something going on in the background for 360 hours. You know, if you just want some background noise. So yeah, you're not going to say the name of the primal then? Okay. It shall be a surprise. Right. Now we are going to observe a suspected heretic. Is that them? Let's observe. You look like a heretic. Thank you for the follow, Teabag. Sorry, teabagging since 1990. Coming from the Kells raid. Teabagging is a homie. I believe it. The suspected heretic leaves through the southwest gate. That's southeast. This is southwest. I don't know why I actually looked at the cardinal directions like there wasn't a big icon on the map. Many of my homies have also been teabagging since 1990. It's just the thing to do, you know? I see you. The suspected heretic follows the road east. You'll never see me in my conspicuous ride. Maybe inconspicuous? I get the two mixed up. Which is no good. Because one seems to mean the opposite of the other. The suspect is headed south. Do I only use Twitter or do I have a Blue Sky account too? I have both. Because I imagine a lot of people don't want to move to Blue Sky, or a lot of people aren't aware of it. So there's this weird sentiment on Blue Sky that it's like the savior of all social media, and I'm like, it's just gonna be the same but slightly different. The blue butterfly is too toxic right now. You'll wait until the devs get their ish together and help fix some problems. Yeah. Hey, hey! Where in the seven hells are you? I'm freezing my bollocks off here. I'm here, you blundering oaf. Why are you late? Standing on the wall, why else? I have duties to fulfill, you know? Your sole duty is to the... Bloody echo. Lower your voice or they'll hear us in White Brim Front. Yeah, of course. The Temple Knights are... in Snow Cloak. This is what you bring to me? We already knew about the... Our comrades in Boulder Downs will use the tunnels dead before you know what's happening. Nevertheless, if you waste my time again, is that clear? I'm enjoying Blue Sky, but I've gotten a pretty heavily curated feed, so you're really only seeing stuff about games. That's nice. I haven't curated my stuff at all. I found like 3 of the people I follow on Twitter on Blue Sky, followed them, and that's it. I try not to use social media for big things. I just use it to like post my schedule. Every now and then I shout out like friends who do cool things. Like we've got one of our viewers and good friends, the Gentle Fae, posted a video essay on Victorian death, and it's hilarious. And so she recently put that on YouTube, but she's got like 11 subscribers, so no one knew she did. So like I tried to get some eyes on it by shouting out her cool and awesome work, since she's getting a PhD in Victorian death. You followed me on Blue Sky? Thank you. I will follow you back. Let's see. The first 6.0 trial is insane. It is, but you're not saying the name because it's a spoiler for Sugar. Oh. Ooh. I appreciate that. Well, did your investigation bear fruit? Trying to avoid the use of Twitter because of all the hateful stuff on it. The curated echo chamber is nice on Blue Sky. I believe it. I mean, like, I just do my best to ignore Twitter, Facebook, and Blue Sky. Like, life is just better. I maintain a presence there so that people who are there can see my stuff. But, like, I do not hang around myself if I can help it. I see, I shall have the main man detained at once. His guilt is plain. Would that you could have heard their words more clearly. Yet the few snatches you were able to make out are nonetheless enlightening. It would seem the heretics are aware of our operation and confident they can thwart it. Their comrades in Boulder Downs are key to their plans, which means it is key to our plans that they be rooted out and put to the sword. Stab them. Why didn't I think of that? You like socializing and meeting new friends, so you try to integrate yourself into other communities as much as you can. I mean, it's a good plan. Works for most people. I just don't have too much energy for it. I'll join the occasional Discord. And I reply to every single comment and reply and message I get in any format, but yeah. With a full-time job and full-time kids, it's rough. It's also a great way to grow as a creator. Yeah, it really is. We've long suspected that the heretics use a network of secret tunnels to traverse the highlands undetected. Given what you overheard, I fear that Snow Cloak may be riddled with such passageways, and that the heretics in Boulder's Downs are planning to use them to make our forces unawares. I'm not a heretic. Why does this keep happening? Needless to say, we cannot allow that to happen. A contingent of House Durandare knights are on patrol in the area. I shall order them to begin searching for the heretics at once. But knowing nothing of our enemy's numbers or readiness, I cannot say for sure that they will be sufficient. It would put my mind at ease if you would consent to assist my knights in the search. I know they would take courage from the presence of a storied warrior. Pray, want rendezvous with them at Boulder Downs. If Halone is kind, we may catch these heretics before their plans come to fruition. Show them no mercy, old. The lives of our allies are at stake. I made the forces unaware? I was unaware that I made the forces unaware. Maybe my unawareness is contagious. That makes sense. Family is more important than online bull? Yeah. Oh, wait. Just tried to drink a closed can of Celsius. It's important to stay hydrated. Also slightly caffeinated. I'm still trying to, like, shake off the turkey. Boulder Downs are downs this way. Then again, I also have my crippling social anxiety. Like, I realize I'm doing a social anxiety run of Final Fantasy 14. But it extends so much further than that. Like, I've made so many friends already streaming, but like, it's really hard for me to pull up my big boy pants and collaborate on cool things. They're all dead. If only they weren't so unaware. These guys are hateful harriers. Oh, you. Get hated on. As someone with social anxiety, you get it? Yeah. So many people just want to do things all the time. Like, I don't even do things with my friends. I've got good friends I haven't spoken to in many years. One of my friends with severe social anxiety, like, we met in college. We speak whenever we run into each other. We have a great time. Then I didn't see him again for like 5 years. Then he got married. I went to his wedding, met his wife. And his wife was like, he's told me so much about you. And I'm like, yeah, love this guy. And then we continued to never speak again. He might have children now. I don't know. You don't get it at all? Well, yep. Like, I know how to communicate with people. I've needed to, you know, survive, maintain jobs and such. But, like, I'm just so, I don't know, worried about what people think of me. Worry about people's feelings and their comforts and all of that. And so, like, just hanging out with people stresses me out. My knight sent no word of your coming, old. What has happened? What is that in your hand? A parchment? A brittle one. By the Fury, those were veterans with 50 years of service. And now they lie dead in the snow. Their bodies must be recovered and... No, we have no men to spare. Not now, not while Iceheart prepares to summon an abomination. The heretics you dispatched were not of sufficient number to contend with the combined strength of the Temple Knights and the Crystal Braves. There must be others. I'll wager they are on their way to Snow Cloak as we speak. To make matters worse, it seems the traitor you followed managed to pass the heretics something of value after all. The parchment you recovered is a timetable of the guardsmen's watches at our outpost at Snow Cloak. The traitor was stationed there long before he aroused our suspicions. Would that we had caught him sooner. With this information, the heretics would know when the watch was its weakest. They could use their tunnels with impunity and prepare the ambush. The timetable has not changed, you see. Of course, it will be changed now, but the heretics may already be in position. House Durandare must send reinforcements, even if it means withdrawing knights from Stone Vigil. I can see no other way to safeguard the lives of our allies. Getting intense. Boop-a-doo. Time is of the essence, old. While my knights make ready to depart, the heretics may take our allies in Snow Cloak unawares. Superior training and equipment will avail them not if they are cut down ere their swords are drawn. But all is not yet lost. If you leave now, there may still be time to warn them. Make haste, I beseech you. Fly to Snow Cloak and tell Sir Amaric everything we have discovered. Okay. You may wonder, why would I take on streaming as a profession? Even though it's not much of a profession yet. If I have such crippling social anxiety. For some reason, this is way more comfortable to me. For one, I can hide behind the anonymity of my adorable little VTuber man. Oh, he's a Snow Cloak. I saw like the red name over him and I was like, wait, do I have... He's not a Snow Cloak. What are they called? Crystal Brave? I thought he was a bad guy and I was like, well, I thought he was on our side. Well, this is a welcome surprise, perhaps the only one thus far. As you can see, we have yet to uncover any hidden... Gasp, look behind you. You have my gratitude. What? Truth be told, we suspected the heretics might be plotting such an attack. Now we have confirmation. I shall place my knights on the high alert. Has Commander Leveilleur been informed? The Braves must be made aware. I think I missed me handing him something. It must be here. I'm certain of it. Why else would they go to such lengths to defend Snow Cloak? 'Tis but a pity this discovery comes when our enemy has such has us at such a disadvantage. Forewarned though we may be, the heretics know the terrain far better than we. Dare not think of how many are watching us at this very moment. Look at my thighs. Confound it. This is all wrong. Iceheart has us scrambling to save our own skins, when we should rightly be straining every sinew to find her, to stop this damnable summoning. There she is! Come here, girl. Were they calling Alpha Noah girl? That was close. They didn't hurt you, did they? Only my pride, Ida. I think they were calling Alpha Noah girl. There were others nearby. We must see that they are given a similarly warm welcome. Commander Levelier. There's been a development, sir. Together with the Temple Knights, we have secured the entrance to some half a dozen tunnels, but after spotting the enemy breaking the surface, but that is not all, sir. We think that one of them may be important. Certainly the heretics near flung themselves upon our swords to defend it. Aha, just as I suspected. Amongst this warrens of tunnels lies the entrance to the Iceheart's lair. Summon the others. We're going in. A moment, Alpha No. The tunnels in question is barely wide enough for 2 men abreast. We cannot say with any certainty where it leads, much less what is waiting for us there. Furthermore, we have no way of knowing how many heretics are still lurking here on the surface. What if they were to converge on this point after we entered the tunnel? For all we know, we could be funneling our forces into a trap. And take your point. The tunnel is indeed as narrow as you say. Greater numbers would be more a hindrance than a help. Should we encounter difficulty, our own allies would become an obstacle to escape. Change of plans. While we rendezvous with Sir Amaric, and keep the heretics at bay here, you will go wherever that tunnel leads. You find Iceheart at the end of it, do not let her escape. You venture into the unknown. See that you are prepared for anything. I will suggest you call upon your allies, though not too many, or Papalimo will sulk. Okay. Hey Sugar, what's up? Not too much, Lyra. How are you doing? Are you having a good day? Panina, wish you luck in EX3, everyone. Good luck, Panina. You have a good time in whatever those words mean. The entrance to the tunnel, sir, it's just over there. Had we not seen the heretics breaking the surface, we would have never noticed it. Per Amaric's orders, we will stand guard outside. Please be aware that even should you encounter significant resistance, we cannot leave our post. Whoop. You're still lurking? You're just going in? Get this on farm status? Yeah. Do a good time. We're going into Snow Cloak with a party of NPCs. All my dudes have grown up. They're conjuring and they're lancing. And their thaumaturgy. I like Snow Cloak. I feel like he gets a bad rap. I think we're getting into the dungeons where it's possible to fail. Not likely. But, like, if you do something wrong, like, there'll be, like, a mechanic that you need to understand to some degree. And here I think it's slapping snowballs at a particular boss. Come on, Gabo. You think they took that out when they reworked the dungeons? So it's easy? Easy breezy beautiful in here? I believe it. Whoop. The music is very twinkly. I like it in here. The NPCs are doing more damage than they used to, which is nice. I think the thaumaturge is hitting for like 2,000 there. Like, I realize I'm the tank, but I still kind of expected to out DPS the NPCs. A white bear. Dad? Nope. And a little tiny key, because of course the bear has a key. How else is he gonna get in? It amuses me that the key drops from a bear. Wow, and why does the bear carry a key? He's the guard bear. I keep my house keys with a bear. Every time my kids want to come inside from the outdoors, they have to fight a bear. Like, if you can't beat a bear in a fight, like, how are you gonna expect me to give you breakfast? Like, we all gotta pull our weight around here. And I've got no time for children that can't fight a bear. Wandle. Wandy Newman. Wandy, why? That one kind of hurt. Oh, wascally Wandle. Go back from whence you came. Oh. It's a little frosty on the outside. Is that your doing, Wandle? Did you make a frosty will circle on the outside? Some shoes. Are they better than my shoes? They are not. Ah, now this place reminds me of home. Ah, it's just like where I grew up. Surprise Gabu. Goobu, I'm afraid. He reminds me of the neighbor kids. Oh no! Double Goobu. You leave my Lancer alone. Wonder if I can fall off these cliffs. Wonder if I can get knocked off these cliffs. Oh wait, that's a gimmick, right? Come on, pay attention to me. Like, you're not supposed to fight these guys in the snow because it's too cold. Like, they get bonus ice damage or something. Does that ring a bell? Does that sound like a truth? Where did this come from? Why must the heretics reside in such bitter climes? Yeah, I get frostbite. Over here, everybody. Oh no! You're not a Goobu. You're just Goobu-sized. You think it'd just take a bit of damage in those areas? Like if I sit here? Oh yeah. So it's not like enhanced damage. Or maybe it is. Hang on. Frostbite. Yep. Just damage over time. Good to know. Still, better to avoid. You know what? Let's run through these birds. This was a mistake. I regret everything. Oh my god, what have I done? I have made a mistake. Don't let me die, Conjurer. I'm panicking. Get my heels up. I was like, I should get to the other side of this frostbite. I'll be safe there. Meanwhile, my conjurer's sitting right in it. Welp. See, that's the kind of thing that would give me untold social anxiety. I made a bad call. I put the team in jeopardy. And even though everyone survived, I would feel so bad. Mistakes lead to knowledge for the future. But what if I just made no mistakes instead? Wouldn't that be better? Yeah. Oh god! It didn't work as I thought. Oh well. I mean, this guy's taking plenty of damage from us now. Let's just hit him. Is this good? Do we separate? When in doubt, mimic the NPCs. Whee! Yeah, this fight does feel different than the last time I did it. A player healer would handle that just fine, yeah. That's been my experience too. Basically every healer I've ever had in my life was like, you can pull more, you know. And I'm like, okay. And then I listened to them and I tried to pull the whole zone and we get wiped and they're like, that was my bad. And I'm like, I feel like it's partially my bad. I'll accept some of the responsibility. But I know a good healer can just handle everything. Because I watch, like, Cider Spider, for example, do all the old content. And there never seems to be any issue. Like, half the time he doesn't even heal his party, he just has Saloon? Whatever the fairy's name is. Do everything for him. Healing is a weird thing that gets easier at higher levels than it is at low levels. They just get progressively better abilities for it. That makes sense. Selene/Eos. Yeah. This looks like an area where I would fight a boss. But instead it's just a bomb. I guess they're all going to detonate right on top of us. Wipe the whole team. Alright. Consider this. I leave. Boop. Oh, look at you, a little spriggy tumbly. Whoa! You are a weird alligator. You're an even weirder alligator. Some might say you're not an alligator at all. See you later, alligator. As a little dove. Let's see what it's like when he cries. You think Cider prefers Celine? Now that there's not mechanical difference between them? There's not a mechanical difference between them? Interesting. It's a Harrier. One of the hairy ticks. Did you turn into a dragon? Cool trick. Save it for your furry conventions, though. Alright, I bet one of these guys has a key. Is it you? Glad I ramparted through that. I could use some heals. I've got tiny little potions. I think maybe I need better potions. Oh, a finger. That's not a key. There used to be a difference, but they made Scholar simpler again. That's kind of a shame. Let's see. For healers, I like white mages for the drip. Like the big fluffy white hoodie is always nice. I like astrologians just for the concept. I like card fighting. And yeah, that's it. The other healers are like, meh. I do like book fighting though. Like, if it wasn't for Astrologian, Scholar would probably be my favorite healer. Alright. Now you do things, right? I imagine you're going to drop some ice from the ceiling, and you're going to think it's funny and clever. Keeping an eye on my NPC buddies. Yeah, we hide. And then I'm frozen. Alright, this is my life now. Boop. Got that rampart off at the last possible second. Heaven's Ward Roar. I love how the NPCs just stop attacking when there's an AoE. They're just like too much to concentrate on. Oh, there's a good one. No Frosty for me this time. The game doesn't intend for people to be relying on health potions. Yeah. I just keep them around for emergencies. Is arm length a good thing to space out? Oh my god, it hurts. Oh, you know what I haven't done? Home gang. I don't think I've ever used that ability. I keep forgetting it exists. But maybe today's the day I become immortal. Just for a bit, you know? Oh god! Home gang? 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 Ugh. Healer adjust. And by adjust, I mean keep healing me. Don't adjust at all. I deserve that one. Just a healthy jog through Snow Cloak. I just popped my head out a little too early. Alright, round 2. Rawr. Oh wait, why am I doing AoEs? There's just one of yous. And I'm frozen. Please continue to heal me forever. See, the first one makes me nervous for all the subsequent ones, because I'm like, what if I don't get away from the crystal fast enough? And so I tried to get away from the crystal of the last one super fast, and then I died it. Oop, this one. Man, that one kind of hurts. How long does Home Gang last? Out of curiosity. I guess we'll find out. Oh no! It's this one all the way over here. Yeah, you almost got me. Home Gang doesn't seem to last long at all. Whew. You keep backup healing potions as well. You do mentor roulette, and it helps when people are struggling. Yeah. Sometimes you just need that little baby heal. Antique mail. I give the commendation to actually the thaumaturge. I like the DPS. I like seeing numbers above 2,000. Hello, kitty.
The tales do not do you justice, warrior of light. Yes, I know who you are, and you know who I am. I was given the name Izel, but I earned the name Iceheart.
By dyeing my eyebrows and putting on
This
blue
endless
lipstick.
cycle of hatred, of bloodshed, of sorrow. You would see it continue, O noble warrior of light. I would not. I will not. I will bring an end to this war between dragon and man, no matter the cost. In time, you will come to understand that what we do for the greater good. For Eorzea, for Hydaelyn.
That's a pretty crystal. That took longer than I expected. What news, old? Duncan MacLeod, hello. I hear you talking to me, but you're behind me. So, Iceheart is but a pseudonym. Not that it matters. That she managed to escape is regrettable, but from your description of the beast, you did well to come as close as you did. In any case, now that you've cleared a path, the Temple Knights can begin to survey their tunnels in earnest. Mayhap they will even find a route past the ice wall. Wouldn't that do wonders for their fight against the heretics? The Crystal Braves would certainly share credit for it too. Well, be praised, old. We may yet return the situation to our advantage. Assuming we stop Iceheart before she summons Shiva, of course. Needless to say, our fellow Scions have not been idle. Amphilia and Urianger have been busy pursuing the archives of House Fortemps, gathering what information they can on Shiva. Which reminds me, if you were intending to trudge back to Camp Dragonhead to report on the day's events, don't. The antecedent should be here any minute. I can only assume some people enjoy subjecting themselves to this cold. Ugh. Duncan, hey. I kind of assumed since you were on YouTube that that was your real name, but it is also, it appears your character name. Oh, what is going on here? A bunch of axes. Well, I appreciate it. Can I give you... Enjoy some mole meat. Exactly one. I'm saving the other. Seems like a fair trade. I didn't want, like, you know, to cheat. Alright, those axes is better than the one I have. The Mighty Thunderstorm is. That's a pretty looking guy. It won't capo when we pull it out, but it's still pretty cute. Happy holidays. Thanks, Santa McCloud. I really appreciate it, and I hope you're having a wonderful time. Let me get a good look at you. Are you a Hur? You are. Got a scruffy beard. Maybe slightly taller than me. About the same. Nope. Nope. I like the outfit. It's very cool. Mind if I check out your adventurer plate? Oh my dear. That is... So you go through life as a flaming chicken most of the time? It's actually a pretty good look. I like it. Yes, you're a Highlander. Highlander's the way to go. Like, the other guys just look a little too soft, you know? A little too dainty. A little too princessy for the adventuring. Oh. It is... I feel the power coursing through my veins. That's cool. That is neat. One of the axes is the Moogle axe. It has a fancy effect. Do they? So, like, I had a Moogle axe. Oh, there's little glowing music notes. That's cool. How did they get these fancy effects? This one's pretty cool. Thunderstorm, Malignant Mogax. Malignant Moggle Mogax. I see. Let's see. The Inferno. Burst into flames, right? Yeah. Classic. And then there is Tremor Axe. See, this one looks kind of cool. I like the idea of just hitting people with a giant rock. Pretty stylish. The ones you gave you are crafted versions of the ones the bosses dropped. Neat. So, like, you get up to, like, level 10 million blacksmith and you can make these things? Is that... Am I understanding correctly? I think we'll go Mighty Thunderstorm for a while. Like, I think it'll be fun to be a little sparky. But these are very cool. Thank you very much. And Merry Christmas. Happy Black Friday to you, Duncan. Yeah, you made them. They're possible to make at 50, but easier at higher levels. I can imagine. If some of the materials are hard to grind. But they are very cool. Very stylish. We will now go through the... We'll kill Shiva in style. That's what we'll do. The lack of music right now is kind of disturbing you. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas to you too. Minfilia wore a coat. She's the only smart one. Antecedent, you come to us straight from the archives of House Fortemps. I trust your time there proved fruitful. Would that it had. Urianger and I scoured countless texts, but what we found was of questionable veracity. That is a cool coat. I want to see that coat in real life. Accounts of Shiva's life and deeds are sparse and contradictory, only agreeing upon one point. She lay down with a dragon, the gravest of all sins, according to the Ishgardian faith. Yet in the eyes of Iceheart's followers, this was a holy act, the blessed union of man and dragon. How could such a thing even be possible? Is quite another question. Suffice to say, I very much doubt that we'll find a useful answer in the archives of House Fortemps. Much knowledge has been lost over the centuries, though in this case, one wonders if it is by circumstance or design. You said Iceheart took a moment to plead her case prior to escaping, did you not? I did. Viewed without prejudice, most would agree that bringing an end to the endless war serves a greater good. I think Sir Aymeric might take issue with her methods. I do not care if a few stragglers manage to escape until the sappers confirm the tunnel is safe. The men are not to search it. Yes, Lord Commander. You pursue your foes with less zeal than I expected, Sir Aymeric. Lest you misunderstand, I do not deny our enemy has given us good reason to be prudent. I merely meant, you being a man of faith, that I had expected a certain single-mindedness. After all, was it not by the will of Halone that your ancestors came to this land? Why they took up arms against the Dravanians? What would they have done in your position, I wonder? There are those who believe that faith is a renunciation of free will, that unquestioning devotion is required of all who would live in a life in service to the Fury. Such righteous fervor may well serve a knight on the front line, less so a leader of men. We are all at liberty to interpret the scriptures as we will. I choose to believe that the Fury would value the lives of her followers over the deaths of her enemies. But I would not presume to speak for the Knights of Eld. 'Twas a different time, nay, different era. The scripture tells us only so much. Hey, hey, Sugar. Hey, Jehuzik. Josh, is it? I think. Would that you told us more. It's Josh or Justin? I can't quite remember. I think it's Josh. Joshua. Yes, it's Josh. Got it. That man is awfully pragmatic for the servant of the Holy See. A welcome trait at the negotiation table, to be sure. Less so when one's enemies are making ready to harness the power of God. Mayhap he does not truly believe that Iceheart's plan can succeed. Truth be told, I too remain somewhat skeptical. Not skeptical, that's different. Shiva was real, a living, breathing woman. That there can be no doubt. In this respect, she differs from every other figure that have been summoned, each of whom was worshipped as a god. The sole exception being good King Mogulmog the 12th. The myth made manifest in response to the fervent supplications of the Mogulsguard. Saint Shiva may differ, but what of the heretics? They are a tribe of outcasts at war with a mighty nation who yearn for the resurrection of the one who embodies their beliefs. That is not placing one's faith in a higher power, then what is? Crystals and conviction, Minvilia. They have them both in abundance. Can that truly be all that is required? My survey team has concluded a preliminary analysis of the Aetherite Isart used to escape. They believe that she teleported to another Aetherite, somewhere not far to the west. Despite the apparent proximity of the second Aetherite, however, they have not been wholly unable to detect its presence directly. Unless Iceheart has some means to mask its signal, I can only presume she had it destroyed to prevent us from following her. Without the means to teleport as she did, we have no choice but to search for an alternate route. Most likely a tunnel, assuming one exists. Let's not give up on teleportation just yet. One of our colleagues in Charlian, Charlian may be able to assist us. I pray that you're right. I dare not think how long it will take us to survey the entire tunnel system. Is Charlian the name of the country? I thought Charlian was like the name of the people. It might be both. While Minfilia looks to our Aetherite problem, I would request your assistance with another matter. The third unit is currently tracking the remnants of the heretic force which attacked us. However, the search goes poorly despite our numbers. Coerthas is vast, and Iceheart's followers know the terrain far better than we. Your knowledge of this region may serve to hasten the process. It's a country of scholars where a bunch of scions came from, a small country. Well, yeah, it's just the naming convention that kind of like throws me. Like, I'm pretty sure you're like Charlian researchers, but like to say the country is Charlian is kind of like saying, like, calling Japanese people Japan. Like, the Japan have come to research potatoes. It feels a little weird. Wouldn't you be like Charlianese? Maybe. The sooner we capture Iceheart's followers, the sooner we can press them for their leader's whereabouts. Also, though it is admittedly a selfish request, I feel that my braves would benefit immensely from working alongside you. Well, we have our share of veterans. We also have more than a few less experienced recruits, many of whom look up to you. In case you were not aware. I'm sorry, I'm trying to read, and at the same time I'm running through my head like all the countries I'm aware of and trying to think of a people whose name is the exact same as the country. And I can't think of a single one. Anyway, back to reading. I can read. Good, I knew you would understand. Yu Hase can apprise you of the details. When the task is complete, come find me at the observatorium. Captain Ilberd and I are meeting there to discuss the latest developments in his investigation. The Temple Knights shall hold Snow Cloak in our absence. Let us leave them to their work. Ours is more pressing. They have broken my brain. What is the deal? I'm trying to think of a country that ends in "an." Japan was the first one to pop into my mind. No, can't think of any. There you are, old. Commander Leveilleur instructed me to wait for you. Your assistance is most welcome, believe me. Most of the third hail from Ul'dah, and for a man accustomed to feel the sand beneath his boots, the crunch of snow can be rather disconcerting. But to the matter at hand, nary a moment ago, I received word that the heretics we seek have been spotted making for Danafin Pass. My braves are already in pursuit, and I should be grateful if you were to join them. I myself shall be taking part in the hunt. Never let it be said I did not earn my coin. To Danafin Pass, then. Ba-doop. What am I thinking? Like, what's another country that ends in "an" aside from Japan? I don't know that there is one. Alright, maybe if you were from Tenerife. Oh, I've overshot my destination by a lot. You're from Tenerife, you might say the people are the Tenerife. The Iroquois nation. You are the Iroquois. Right? So, like, I got some close. Kazakhstan. That's a good... Yeah, Uzbekistan, all of those. Pakistan, but they all end in I. So, Charliani, Uzbekistani, Kazakhstani, Kyrgyzstani. Balls, my ankle is on fire. Caught my boot on a rock or something and twisted it as I fell. The others went on ahead through Danafin Pass. Hurry and you might catch up. If you aren't sure where to go, look for tracks. The snow is fresh, so they shouldn't be hard to find. All the stands, right? Yeah. But I think I was onto something with, like, the Iroquois, like Indian people, like Shoshone, Native American people, Shoshone, Crow, Iroquois, Salish. Like, those are a people who are named after their nation. So, like, I've found an example. I've got precedent. I am now okay with the Charlian people being Charlian. And being from Charlian. The tracks lead southeast. I wish I knew more about Native American history. You'd think being an American that'd be a thing you learned in school. Not very much. Zion, what are you doing here? The heretics? I'm not sure. There was a great-scaled beast and... Hase, I think he went east on his own. The heretics split up, so we did too. Oh, you better be okay, Yu. Yu Hakusho. Are you okay? It's always hateful harriers. Always hating and harrying. Get kicked. You alright there? Where was the spirit gun? How embarrassing. I was so intent on following the heretics' tracks that I almost failed to notice they doubled back. Almost, mind you. One tried to sneak up behind me and got a knife in the gut for his troubles. I thought myself alone, so I started searching the dead man's knapsack for anything of interest, and lo and behold, before his friends found me, I came upon this. Withdraw in groups of 3 or less to the observatorium. Give the signal and wait. The merchant will be watching. Be late and be left for dead. Speaks for itself, does it not? They can't possibly mean to rendezvous inside the place, so we should restrict our search to the surrounding areas. Let me rephrase that. You should restrict your search to the wilderness around the observatorium. I will need more than a moment's rest to recover from these wounds. Weak stuff, Yo-Yo. Get good. Wa-da-da-da-da-da-da. Hello, suspicious people. Oh, good attempts on X3, so / shrugs how it goes. Didn't quite make it through, did you? That's a shame. Sudan. Yeah, but people from Sudan are Sudanese. Sorry, I am through listening to your excuses. We leave now. How? The woods are crawling with the blue coats, and the knights are searching every wagon that passes through the gates. And then there's this guy just axe murdering people. Well, stay with him then. You think you'll fare any better? No, there's no need for that. There must be places like this in my homeland. There are places like this in my homeland. Sacred snow-capped peaks where blood must not be shed. Yet your lands ever thirst for the blood of the fallen, and by your deeds it is drunk deep. No, I've done no wrong. None but meet in secret with heretics. Deny it all you want. You shall have the truth from you yet. Inquisitors are not the only ones skilled in the art of interrogation. Damn it all. Blah. Fancy meeting you here, old. I presume your work with the third brought you hither? What a tangled web. Lest you wonder, we came not for the heretics, but for the merchant who has been conspiring with them. He came to our attention during the course of the investigation into the Ivy. It beggars belief, I know, but it seems our favorite Garlean spy may have been providing assistance to Iceheart. Were it not for the efforts... Whoa! Oh my goodness. Thank you so much for the 5 gift subscriptions, Josh. That was huge. I really appreciate it. Hype train started. That's the second hype train that's ever happened here. You may have been the cause of the first, if I recall. Let's see. Who got the gift subs? Brockle's got one. He's a cool guy. He streams some... He raided us back when we were playing Space Marine 2. He's a good guy. Alsvieth rings a bell. Teabagging is brand new. He might still be in the chat. Aquadrake 2K, I don't think they've ever seen anything, and neither has Freezy YC, but, you know, lurkers are welcome too. Happy Thanksgiving, boss. Keep up the good work. Thank you so much. Happy Thanksgiving to you too. Happy holidays in general. You've got such a Polish name. I think we might have established you're from Poland. Maybe I'm crazy, but I have no idea what holidays you have. You might not have anything up until Christmas. But whatever holidays you celebrate, I hope you have a good one, and I really appreciate you. It really helps, it does. Allsvieth. She says, thank you so much for the gift sub. Hype. Thank you so much. Were it not for the I'll get back to the story. Were it not for the efforts of Lady Yugiri and her shinobi, we might never have discovered this connection. Master Alphino is too kind. I fear my people and I have done little to aid your search for this spy. We long to strike back against the Empire and weaken their influence in this land, to prevent the tragedy which befell Doma from reoccurring. In the days ahead, and the work they promise, we will require a very particular set of skills. Skills which I am fortunate enough to possess. If you allow it, I would accompany you until the investigation is complete. As a most generous offer, Lady Yugiri, and one that I will gladly accept. Thank you. Though I may disappear for a time, know that I shall never be far, and shall always be watching. A comforting thought? Come. Hold, let us wait inside for Captain Ilberd to return and deliver his report. Woo! And we're hopping over. And here is Alphino. Captain Ilberd seems confident that the merchant's resolve would swiftly crumble when pressed. If so, we should have new information ere long. As to whether it will bring us any closer to learning the Ivy's identity, I would rather not say. Given our adversary's cunning, I shall consider us fortunate if we are spared another wild dodo chase. The gods know we have more than enough to occupy our time as it is. I really do appreciate you, Josh. Have I said that lately? I do. We can get a coat. Maybe my thighs will no longer be exposed to the cold. Captain Ilberd, your report, if you will. Likewise, thank you for the streams anytime. And I mean it, I do intend to do this forever. Hey, Commander, firstly, with regard to the heretic we captured, I regret to say that the man could tell us not that we did not already know of Shiva. We have since handed him over to the Ishgardian authorities. Henceforth, the Holy See will pursue the matter independently. Our inquiries concerning the Ivy, however, have proven more fruitful. We have ascertained the channel by which the heretics acquired their information on the shipment routes. Go on. Success. Sorry, such strong support. Hype train complete level 2, 50%. All-time record shattered. You've reached new levels of support. I really do appreciate it. Sorry, I'm seeing messages that I've never seen before. 5 subs. That's really cool. Emotes are being delivered to a supporter. You get emotes? That's neat. Cool. Anyway, you will recall that the flame was first identified as being in the Ivy's employ. From him, we are able to trace the trail of conspirators, each taking us closer to his master. Alas, the trial came to an abrupt end. Fearing the investigation had been compromised, we took the necessary step in detaining all suspected of conspiracy. There were 5 on our list, including Flame stationed at Revenant's Toll. The the man's primary duty was to keep an inventory of donations from abroad, the particulars of which he would share with benefactors, thereby ensuring that needs did not go unfulfilled. By virtue of his role, he was privy to the details of all the shipments bound for the settlement. Needless to say, that included those originating from House Fortemps. He knew the precise route the caravan would take, and he sold that information to a merchant. I think I can guess which one. None other. With a little encouragement, he soon confessed to knowingly aiding and abetting the heretics. Well, that is one mystery solved at least. But what of Ivy? Yeah, are we any closer to prizing off his mask? I dare say we are, Commander. Our relentless pursuit has forced him to commit a grave error. In a desperate bid to cover his tracks, the Ivy resorted to exercising certain administrative powers available only to high-ranking members of the Immortal Flames. If you consider that our investigation is known to barely a handful of them, the field of suspects is greatly narrowed. You mean to say that the agent is among Raubon's innermost circle? Someone who has been with him since the Immortal Flames establishment? 'Tis the most plausible explanation. The infiltration likely occurred during the company's founding, with the groundwork for the act being laid beforehand. To slip into a position of authority unremarked and remain above suspicion all these years. I too was surprised, though I really shouldn't have been. Of the three grand companies, Old Oz was ever the most vulnerable to infiltration. Both Limsa, Lominsa, and Gridania have long-standing armed forces that lent themselves to the formation of the Maelstrom and the Order of the Twin Adder. To all intents and purposes, it was the same people, loyal ones, mind, under the same leadership. Only the banner was different. Not so the Flames. Old Oz military was made up of disparate orders, most of which were glorified mercenary companies that answered only to their own paymasters. Hardly an ideal environment in which to establish something as high-minded as the Grand Company. The difficulties Raubon faced when founding the Immortal Flames are well known, even after he had convinced his fellow syndicate members to share the cost. There remained the small matter of finding enough bodies to fill the ranks. Indeed, and given the pressing nature of the Imperial threat, that meant recruiting every passing sellsword. Amidst the chaos of its founding, it would have been child's play to infiltrate the company. Good deal easier then than now, eh? The Immortal Flames have been caught between conflicting interests, the public and the private. Though the Monitorists ultimately agreed to support the organization's founding, which was not out of charity that they did so, but simple self-preservation. Had Nail van Darnas's ambitions been less apocalyptic, you may be sure that they would have never risked supplying Raubon with an army. 'Tis but a wonder they did not attempt to extinguish the flames the moment the danger had passed. Returning to the present. Even as we speak, the Doman allies are shadowing several high-ranking Flames, any one of whom could be the Ivy. Desiring to deal a blow against the Empire, the refugees were eager to lend their aid. I expect to hear from them ere long. Very good. Pray continue your investigation with the first. Meanwhile, have the second attend to the unrest. The third can join the fourth in inspecting the crystal shipments. Not the sixth, though. He's afraid of 7 because he ate 9. If they notice anything unusual, I want to know about it. If Shiva is summoned in like manner to the other primals, the heretics will be looking for further supplies. Understood, Commander. I shall send word to Sir Aymeric, informing him of our success in identifying the heretics' abettors. Hopefully the information will be of some use to the Ishgardians. It is time, Commander. Yes, I'm aware. An emergency council of the Alliance leadership has been called. There have been developments in Garlemald, it would seem. As commander of the Crystal Braves, my presence has been requested. I would have you accompany me, Old, as the realm's stoutest champion. Tis only meet that you be present for the discussion. Oh, and the antecedent has already given her consent, lest you worry. Okay. We shall have a discussion. Apparently right here. Like me, you are doubtless eager to conclude our business with Iceheart, but until another path to her sanctum is found, she will remain beyond our reach. Amphilia and the Archons are sparing no effort to secure an alternate route. Until such time as they succeed, I suggest we give some thought to the realm's other problems. I shall go on ahead to Gridania in readiness for the coming council. Meet me at Nofika's altar, and we shall make our way to the Lotus Stand together. Oh, hi, kitty. Is it time for breakfast? He says yes. Yeah, I'll quit soon. I wanted to squeeze out another 15 minutes, because I don't have to take the kids to school during fall break. Whoop. I can go to Gridania this way. Hey, it's a Fall Guys hoodie. I think that's a Fall Guys hoodie. It's got a crown on it. There's a lot of people here today. It's almost like it's a holiday. Everybody in the world has time off work. Alright. Speak with Alphino in Old Gridania. Is that through here? And we hustle. It is nice to see green again. It feels kind of warm and nice. I'm really hoping it snows here in the bayou this winter. I haven't gotten snow in a while. It's Ruruka. We saw her in a previous playthrough. She was here then too. My thanks for coming, Old. When you're ready, speak to with the conjurer yonder. She will show us the way. Show us to the Lotus Stand. Are you in the same cutscene? I wonder if we're just gonna follow her through the adventures too. Also, I wonder if she's gonna wear pants at any point. And the Alliance leader awaits you at Lotus Stand. Will you be joining now? Yeah. Maybe they're doing Final Fantasy Fridays as well.
Change has come to the Garlean Empire, and we must discuss the implications.
The rumors are true, then? The War of Succession is ended?
It is. A new emperor reigns in Garlemald. The birth and all too rapid expansion of the Garlean Empire is commonly attributed to the strategic brilliance of Solus Zosgalvis, yet he did not rule alone. Several members of the royal household also distinguished themselves during his reign. Nevertheless, it was the eldest son who stood to inherit the throne, until his most untimely passing.
I thought us fortunate when I learned that the Emperor had died without naming a successor.
Would that the Garlean Empire had died with him.
Dude's got an angry face.
'Twas the grandson and his uncle who had the strongest claims, was it not?
Indeed, yet claims count for little without the power to assert them. High Legatus Varus Ye Galvus is a respected military leader. Not so his uncle.
And can you imagine going through life with a face like that?
So young Varus has torn the crown from his uncle's grasp and taken his place at the head of the Empire.
It would be like everybody in the world would be asking constantly, like, are you mad at me? And eventually, you're just mad at everybody because of that question. Self-fulfilling angry face is what we call it. Also, hello, Amar.
Given the troubled nature of his succession, the new emperor will require time to seal his grip on power. Yet have no doubt but that he shall, for there are none left with strength enough to oppose him.
Since the success of Operation Archon, the remnants of the 14th Legion and the forces occupying Alamigo have done naught but fortify their positions. But you can be sure they'll be ready to march on us again, if their Emperor gives the word.
When, not if. They say this Varus was so set upon Eorzean annexation that he spoke out against the Meteor Project.
Plainly, the new emperor's intentions are of great concern to us all. I propose that we set aside the Cartno dispute for the present, and discuss what measures the Alliance might take to prepare for a resumption of hostilities with Garlemald. Moreover, I move that we re-examine the question of how our former allies in Ishgard might be persuaded to retake their place at our side. Could Eorzea but stand as one, 'twould deal a grave blow to our enemies' ambitions.
Well, I suppose we should be grateful that they have finally acknowledged the inevitability of Imperial attack. Who knows? They may even do something about it. If only the leaders of Ishgard would follow their example and stop hiding behind their gates, praying for the coming storm to pass them by. But that is a discussion for another time. At present, I am more concerned by the fact that the Alliance's mooted preparations will be made known to the Garleans many moons before their coming. So long as the ivy eludes our grasp, no secret is safe.
Does the ivy actually work for the Empire? Like, I seem to have forgotten. Oh, hey, it's Ruruka. Howdy. She really is just kind of chilling out here. Doing the exact same quest at the exact same time as us. It will not have escaped your notice, but that the nations of Eorzea are no nearer to being of one purpose, despite their protestations to the contrary. Plainly, the threat of the resurgent Garlemald is not enough to stir them. And the reason for this? Deep-rooted mistrust among the citizenry. The nation's leader can come to all the understandings they like, but their unity means little and less to the common folk. Take the Laminsons, for instance. Though Admiral Merleweeb outlawed piracy over a decade ago, foreigners still picture the nation as having a haven for grog-swilling, wooden-legged cutthroats. And likewise, the Grodanians are mocked as hermits who talk to trees. And the Old Dons are scorned as swindlers who worship coin. Not that such sentiments are entirely without grounds, of course. Take that the pillar of Old Don society, Teleji Adeleji, for example. But that is beside the point. The fact is, the people are wary of outsiders whether they have cause to be or not. On that basis, one could argue that the conflict at Cartno is a necessary evil. Each nation has its own warmongering faction that advocates the acquisition of Omega. In order to placate them, we present them with something resembling warfare, and thereby curb their appetite for full-scale conflict. But enough idle musing, let us speak of a more pressing matter, the Ivy. Since we spoke at the observatorium, Captain Ilberd has further shortened his list of suspects, and by happy coincidence, the one he deems the most likely candidate has lately come to Gridania. The hunt nears its end, old. All that remains is to corner our quarry. Seek out Ilberd at the Adder's Nest. He'll give you the particulars. Should there be any developments in Coerthas, you may be sure that I will send word without delay. In the meantime, I wish you success in apprehending the Ivy. Hawkeye. Speak with Ilberd in New Gridania. We'll walk. It's a lovely day. And Gridania is still my favorite starting zone. And would you look at that, he's right here. With our friend Rurika. My thanks for coming, Scion. Doubtless the commander has informed you, but we have unmasked the Ivy. From this point on, we must proceed with extreme caution. I get a shirt. Oh, I look good. My armor has a six-pack. My thighs are still exposed. But dang, how do I look, daughter? You like it? I think it looks cool. It looks all flowy and platey. This actually looks like something I could fight in. Well, it looks like something I can't move at all in, but it looks like it'll take a few hits. I actually look like a tank. Alright. I do have to work today, so I'm afraid I do have to call the stream now. As much as I hate to let Ruruka get the best of us and pass us by. I bow to you, Veruca. And for everyone in chat, thank you so much for watching. Thanks again, Josh, for the 5 gifted subs. That is huge and apparently a new record for us. I really appreciate it. I appreciate you all. I hope you all had a good time. And if you stick around, I will raid somebody else who is also doing a Final Fantasy Friday. Oh yes, and how could I forget Duncan MacLeod, gifter of shiny cool axes like this one. Very stylish, and I really appreciate it. I appreciate you all. I hope you realize. And I hope you have a good day. Now let's see if our friend Sandra is playing Final Fantasy XIV right now. She is. She's doing ARR Hildebrand quests. Ooh, I like Hildebrand.
Okay, let's do it.
We're doing it.
I snuck up on you.
All right, thank you so much for watching. Have a good day, everybody. Bye-bye.